Hi everyone, here we are on the set of Pride and Prejudice. Thank you so much for tuning in for a sneak peek at our 2009-2010 season. We have one of PlayMakers' strongest seasons ever in store for you, and we're looking forward to having you join us. We'll kick off the year in our PRC Squared series with The Last Cargo Cult by the brilliant playwright-performer Mike Daisey. The Last Cargo Cult is the astonishing true story of a religion created by islanders in the South Pacific after Americans left their temporary bases there at the end of World War II. The religion revolves around the worship of American might and the attempt to summon America's power back to the island. Daisey weaves this story into a reflection on the collapse of America's financial system. The New York Times calls Daisey the master storyteller, one of the finest solo performers of his generation. PlayMakers is one of the first theaters for whom Mike is performing this new piece, and we're thrilled to bring him to PlayMakers as he premieres this new production. Next, we move to our main stage opener, the regional premiere of Michael Hollinger's Opus, a play that explores the lives, artistic and otherwise, of a famous string quartet whose ensemble threatens to unravel when one of them goes missing and a young woman is hired to take his place. I love this play for its keen, behind-the-scenes examination of art and artists, and it is filled with the extraordinary music of this quartet at work. Newsday calls Opus taut, smart, and thoroughly entertaining drama, but I prefer the New York Times description: sex, drugs, and chamber music. Then, next season, we are moving our rotating rep to the fall for our second and third main stage offerings. I created the rep 2 years ago with the dream of someday doing this particular play, and in this slot we bring you the most ambitious project in PlayMakers history, the life and adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. 30 years ago, a playwright named David Edgar burst onto the scene with his adaptation of this Dickens masterpiece, and the Royal Shakespeare Company brought it to life in legendary London and Broadway productions. We have been in close contact with Mr. Edgar. He came and visited us back in the fall, and he has given us the East Coast premiere of his newly adapted version of this play. The play will require all of our acting company in a troupe of 24 actors playing more than 150 characters. Each part will be about 3 hours long, and evening curtain time will be 7:30 for this special event. American Theater Magazine calls Nicholas Nickleby the theatrical experience of a lifetime. We're thrilled to be bringing you this once-in-a-generation theater experience. Our first show in the new year will be our second PRC Squared production. Now, this is a to-be-announced slot, and we are in negotiations to secure an exceptional play, and we'll announce it just as soon as we can. Our next main stage play will be Arthur Miller's searing drama, All My Sons. This Pulitzer Prize-winning play, born of wartime and another era, speaks as clearly to us now as it did then. In All My Sons, consequences of a business decision rock the foundations of a World War II-era family, as this masterpiece explores the moral question of what we are responsible for and whom we are responsible to in a time of war. The New York Times said of the recent Broadway revival that All My Sons is a play with a social conscience and an unswerving moral commitment, as relevant today as it was when first produced in 1947. Our fifth main stage production is absolutely one of the funniest comedies in the English language. With wicked wit and dead-on social satire, we present Oscar Wilde's most enduringly popular play, The Importance of Being Earnest. Oscar Wilde called the play a trivial comedy for serious people. Wilde's delicious dialogue and hilarious turns of phrase are an irresistible delivery system for his subversive look at society. What tremendous fun to cap off our main stage season with a joy of laughter and dazzling wordplay. And our final play of the 2009-2010 season, which is in our PRC Squared series, is Sonia Linden's I Have Before Me, a remarkable document given to me by a young lady from Rwanda, a play which has garnered international acclaim. This is the eloquent story of a Rwandan refugee in London as she attempts to write a book recollecting her country's genocide. The Times of London says, buy, beg, or steal a ticket to this play. It is truly poetic. So that's the season, folks. We couldn't be more excited about this slate of plays. We are so thankful for your involvement and support of PlayMakers. What we will do during this difficult economic period is what PlayMakers has always done. provide world-class theater at the most affordable price. This commitment to keeping ticket prices low means that ticket revenue covers less than 50% of our operating costs, and so we are dependent on additional support for our efforts. If you are in a position to help, please know that every gift is extremely meaningful to us, and the easiest way to help is to simply add a tax-deductible gift to your subscription. Thank you very much.